Hello, Ukulele U! Today we have a special tutorial for our first ever solo tab, Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. And this is a song that we're going to approach in a little bit different way. First of all, I want to introduce you to the camera that we're going to be on most of the time here so you can get used to seeing this view. This is the neck cam, so you'll be able to watch my fingers as I play everything, but you won't be able to see my face or my right hand, unfortunately. I'll try to move so you can see my right hand at times when that's important, but just so you know that. The other thing is I'd like you to get out, if you don't already have your score in front of you, get out the music and let's take a look at, there's a little problem here. The bottom of page 2 says bridge, but only 2 of the 4 strings are there for the tab. Unfortunately, the other 2 lines move to the next page. And so I've reproduced that all on one page and took a photo of it, and that's the photo that's on with this song on the play-alongs and tutorials. So you should look at that. The bridge tab is that photograph. The other thing is there's a mistake on page 2 that I didn't catch until I tried to play it. There's a line, a whole line of music duplicated, and I'm not sure why. When I play along with the recording, you know, the Beatles version, it doesn't have this extra line. So if you look at, I'm talking about the second actual page, not the back of page 1, but the second actual page, it has those 2 lines of tab at the top, and then it says verse, and it has 3 lines of verse. Well, the second line of the verse and the third line of the verse are identical, except for the last chord, which is the D chord that you either play this way, the way we've learned in class, or you play the version of it that's used in this song a lot, which is a bar all the way across the 2nd fret, and then your pinky on the 5th fret, 1st string, and it should sound like this. Okay? That's the only difference, and it's not, the song doesn't go that way. So you can cross out either the 2nd or the 3rd line. It really doesn't matter which one, but one of them doesn't belong there. And then the chorus is just like in the beginning. Okay, so let's get ready to play now, and I'm going to go on to the neck cam. And you'll notice first, this song is in sections. I'm going to cover it in sections so that you can practice it in chunks the way we've talked about in class, and also like Dan Scanlon in the reading that we read this semester, he talks about practicing in small bits at one time. And so we're going to just start out with, first I'm going to play through the verse for you and the way it sounds so you can get used to it. And here's the verse. Now, on this last chord where we have this, you'll notice if I play through to the chorus, there's like 3 beats, just lag time. So it would sound like this, what's written. I'm going to start on the word years. Years since it's been here. 2, 3, 4. And that's the chorus, right? Well, I say, if you got beats to fill, fill them. So I'm just doing a strum, and I'm going to show my right hand now so you can see that. See, it makes the chorus come out smoother anyway. So if you get used to playing this chord, and if you can't get used to that, don't worry about it. Just play the regular D chord. And then it moves right into the chorus, so that works. Okay, now let's study the verse. Once I've played it, you've heard it. Whenever you see a whole bunch of numbers at once, as you can tell what I'm doing, I'm playing a chord. So just put your fingers, anytime there's a vertical stack of notes, get all the notes under your fingers, and then just strum. And I'm just doing a thumb strum. just an easy strum down. If you'd rather finger pick strum, again, I have one finger covering each string, okay, and then my thumb. You can do like this. And what I did was pluck all four together. I like the sound of the strum with the thumb on this one though, so that's what I do. So that's what we have there. And then what I recommend to get the music in the right places is just follow the words. So you know how the song goes, so you can tell when the notes are supposed to fall by the words, okay? So hopefully that'll get you through the verse. Now let's go on to the chorus. Next section, I'm going to play through it first. And that's the chorus. Let me play it again. Now, you probably noticed I played with my fourth finger, and I say those notes. I fingered it here. When I've been telling you guys in class, if it's on the third fret, you use your third finger. That's just a thing, and I get it from guitar playing. We do that a lot. So if you would rather go, here's the A7 chord, here comes the sun, and I say, see with your third finger, it's right there, it works. So that's a perfectly good fingering on that part. And then it's all right. The next thing's called a lick. And I have to explain what this is. It's not like a salt lick, like deer, like in the wintertime. A lick is like a little group of notes that has a particular rhythm, and it's recognizable when you hear it. And a good example of a lick is the one that we're doing with Sugar, Sugar. Sugar. So, ba, 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 that's the lick, okay? So here's the lick for Here Comes the Sun. Oh, let me try it again. So, first off, if you listen to the recording, you might notice that the 2 to the 4 is done in a way that's not picked, that each note's not picked. What you do is pick the first note and then what's called hammer on to the next note. Okay? You don't have to do that. It's in the original recording. And there's one at the end of this line, this lick line, that's also like that. I'm just picking the first note, and then I'm using my left hand to play the second note. You don't have to do that either, but you'll see me do it, and I don't want you to be confused. I try not to, but it creeps in there. So here's the lick, and here's how to learn it. Play the 2, that's like our introduction to the lick, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 3 notes. Let me explain. First group, second group, third group, fourth group. Okay? And then we have one group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have, again, preparation for the lick, second finger. Oh, one thing I have to point out here. I'm in second position, and you probably noticed that already. We play in this key in second position because we're in the key of G, and most of the notes we need are in this area. So it would be silly to be here and have to keep sliding back and forth. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my second fret, my first finger is covering the second fret, then 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay, so that's where my weird fingering's coming from. Otherwise, I'd have to play this like this. These are all not the strongest fingers on the hand, so it's easier to play here too. So let me play it now so you can hear the whole thing. Remember, 4 groups of 3 notes after we play the little introducer note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then a group of 4. That's the lick. Let me play the whole thing for you. Okay, so there's the lick to work on. And then after that, we go on, we do another verse, we do another chorus, we do the lick, and then we have the bridge section. And this is the last section of the song we have to learn. After that, it's just putting the right parts in the right places and strumming the final chord, which I'll go over in a minute. So, bridge. Once you have the tab where you can read all the notes, here's how it goes. And a note before I start this. This arrangement was made to be played on a ukulele with a low 4th string G. And this is a high 4th string G, as everybody has in class, okay? I decided to record this tutorial on a high string because I thought doing it on a low string, while it's going to sound better, it's going to be more confusing for you to learn. So that's why this is going to sound a little odd, but imagine if this were an octave lower, it'd sound really great. So again, we have groups of 3. This time, we have 3 groups of 3. No introducer note. And then 2 notes after it. And then strum. Okay, that's the bridge. And you play that 5 times, believe it or not, before you go on. That happens 5 times. So here's what it's going to sound like if it's sped up to tempo, as written. Again, we're at this place where we strum a chord and then there's going to be this long space of holding. I think you can fit more strums in there because you have 2 beats to wait at that point. So here's what I recommend to add strums there. I'm going to play that again. Now, just for comparison, I'm going to play the original one more time. Hear the difference? So either version of that is okay with me, whichever one you want to do. I thought I'd provide 2 since I'm playing one that's not written there. So other than that, we're now at the end of the song. And we do the lick, the thing that's called lick, right? And then we end the song by strumming and holding the G chord. Okay, we made it through. Thanks, guys. I hope you have fun learning Here Comes the Sun. I think it's a great little tab solo for you to play. Good luck, and I hope to hear at least a few of you choose this for your playing quiz. Okay, thanks.